How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So I think it's going to be exciting video today because I we will first introduce to everybody how to actually let me give the speech to you so you can tell everybody what we are going to do.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, PMU artists and stuff like that. We just kind of got this all set up, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, my name is Timothy. I'm the founder of PMU Growth. Essentially, what I do is I do a lot of permanent makeup marketing. I specialize in permanent makeup, and I basically do Instagram growth. I do lead generation when it comes to Facebook, as well as Instagram. And I kind of basically generate you leads and get you guys booked appointments.
Yeah, so you team help artists to grow their Instagram, and also you help to attract clients through Facebook and Instagram ads.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do.
And you
I
help to kind of see what's wrong with people's Instagram and what can be adjusted, improved.
Mhm. So yeah, in terms of Instagram, that's my specialty. Basically, profile optimization, SEO, the type of content that you should be posting as a PMU artist, Instagram story highlights, how to optimize the bio, basically everything when it comes to Instagram.
Okay, great. And could you tell us what we will learn from you today?
Yeah. So this is what you're going to be learning from me today. Basically, how to run a Facebook as well as an Instagram campaign. Um, Now, if you're a new artist or if you've watched a couple of videos or whatever, you know that there is a difference between boosting post versus running an actual campaign. So today I'm going to show you how to run a campaign so you can start and you can do it yourself tomorrow or the day after. And then you can get clients and leads of the campaign.
Yes, I think everybody, especially when I started, I was thinking, okay, I post a picture on Instagram and that's how I will get the clients. But that's not easy as this is. You have to do the work behind this to get the clients. So, okay, let's see what we can do.
Awesome. Okay, so just to add on to what Slesh said, so how a lot of these social media platforms work, like Facebook and Instagram, right? They're basically free platforms, right? So, how a lot of these platforms make their money are through advertisements. So, last year alone, Facebook made about $70 billion in ad revenue alone. So, gradually, what you'll see is a lot of these social media platforms will decrease their organic reach so that you spend more money on ads. I hope that did not sound confusing, but the bottom line of what I'm trying to say is like when you post, it only reaches a certain amount of people,
Yeah.
right? That amount of people is going to go lower, lower, and lower because Facebook and Instagram wants to make money. So they decrease that reach to make you spend money on ads.
Mm.
So with TikTok, for example, if you use TikTok, you'll notice that the organic reach on TikTok is very high because there's a lot of Gen Z, there's a lot of younger people and younger kids that are using it. So advertisers haven't figured out a way to monetize that platform, right? Whereas Facebook and Instagram, with Facebook, like your grandma, everybody, every old person uses Facebook, right? As well as Instagram as well. So with TikTok, what you'll see gradually with that platform is the organic reach will decrease once they figure out a way to monetize that platform.
I get
Yeah, I
it.
hope that didn't sound confusing, but let's get straight to the chase here, okay?
Yay.
So, how to run Facebook and Instagram ads. So, firstly, what you do is you search a Facebook Ads Manager, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep this in mind, Facebook owns Instagram, so if you're planning to run a campaign on Instagram, you have to go through Facebook Ads Manager, okay? Because Facebook owns Instagram. So, essentially, what you do is you click Go to Ads Manager.
And before that, the Instagram has to have the business account. Is it correct, or it can be any account?
Yeah, so basically, when it comes to running an ad, you have to have a business page in order to run an ad.
Okay.
And then it's optional for you to connect your Instagram to your business page.
Okay.
Yeah. So to answer your question, yes, you do need a business page or a creator page. Just basically, you need a business page on Facebook in order to run a campaign.
Okay, and then log in into Facebook Ads Manager using the like business account login.
Yes. So you log into your personal account, and your personal account owns the business page. So as long
Okay.
as you log into your personal account that's attached to the business page, you can run Facebook. You can log on to Facebook Ads Manager, and then it'll prompt you to create an ad account. But it might sound super confusing, but it's very simple. You just got to go through the steps. Once you create a business page, you search up Facebook Ads Manager, and then you can basically create an ad.
Okay. Anyway, if we will have the questions, we can ask you to help.
Yeah. So like, maybe I know you guys bought this like $200 course, brown mapping course. So like if you have any questions, like I can personally kind of show you or help you out or whatever.
Okay, great.
So you don't have to like, yeah, it might sound a bit confusing. I can kind of like start it from scratch, but the point of this is to kind of show you how to run a campaign so you can maybe do it yourself. It is a bit intricate and confusing. There is a lot of testing that needs to be done, but if you really put the time to learn, you can learn.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
So basically what you do and basically essentially how you start the campaign is you basically click create. Okay. Now it basically moves you to the screen. So basically what you're doing is you're creating a new campaign. Now the first thing that you see over here is you see what's your marketing objective. Okay. Now this is really important because you can run an ad for a variety of different things. Like you can run an ad for app installs. You can run an ad for brand awareness. Let's say you want to increase your brand awareness. You can run an ad for video views. You can run an ad for engagement. Depending on what your goal is, you can run an ad towards that goal. So in comparison to boosting posts, you don't really have this option in comparison to Facebook Ads Manager, right?
Correct.
So there's a bunch of different objectives that you can select. So for today specifically, if you're writing this down, you have a pen and a paper, I want you to write these two down. So the main ones that you're going to select are lead generation, or what you're going to select are messages. Okay. So these are the main two ones to get clients, is the lead generation and the messages. So with lead generation, essentially what happens is people click on your ad, and what they do is they fill out something called a lead form. So it's a form where they fill out their name, their number, as well as their email. And with messages, what happens is they click on the ad and it'll automatically send them a message. And then you can kind of, talk to them, develop rapport, build trust with them, answer the questions. And then what you do is you end up getting them booked. So when it comes to the marketing objective, lead generation as well as messages are probably the two most popular marketing objectives. Now, personally for me, depending on the clientele, depending on how busy they are, depending on where their strengths lie, I basically run both lead generation as well as messages. In this scenario, if you're new, I'd recommend doing messages or lead generation. It doesn't really matter, but for today's sake, I'll just do lead generation. Okay. So now that I've clicked lead generation, it'll basically tell me to fill out the campaign name. Now, let's say I want to name this campaign. Let's say I want to name it permanent or ombre brows. Let's say I want to run a campaign for ombre brows. Okay. So essentially at the bottom over here, there's basically two different options. Create A/B test. Without getting too, I don't want to get without making this sound too difficult. Basically, what create A/B test is it basically allows you to test different types of ads to find the ad that produced the best results. Okay, so if you want to test a video versus a picture, a before and after picture versus a video, selecting this option allows you to kind of test out different pictures, different texts, different people targeting.
I see.
Without making it sound too complicated, but that's basically what this is. But for today, I want to make this super simple. and I don't want to get too complicated. Okay, so the second one is the campaign budget optimization. Now, this is super important. What you do is you click the on button,
Okay.
and this will allow you to decide how much you want to spend on Facebook and Instagram per day.
Okay.
Okay. So typically, when it comes to running an advertisement, I typically like to recommend about $5 per day to test and see if the ad performs well. Because sometimes when you run ads, and let's say you're like, oh, you know what, I want to test out $50. Chances are, if you don't know if the ad is going to perform well or not, you're just going to burn through the $50, right? So what you want to do is you want to test out an ad first, and you want to spend a daily budget of $5. Right? And over time, this allows you to, like, over time, you can kind of change how much you want to spend. And I'll actually show you in a bit of how you can, change the budget if you want to spend more.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about campaign bid strategy or any of this stuff. What you do is you click continue. Okay. Now, ad set name, let's just say ombre brows. Let's say I want to target 25 to 40-year-olds. So we'll put this at the ad set name, and then let's say, so I have a bunch of pages here. Let's just say I want to run it for my, hold on a sec, sorry. Let's say I just want to run it for, you'll have a bunch of pages. Over here, you'll probably have 1 or 2 pages. So what you do over here is you select your Facebook page. Now this is my PMU business page. Okay. So you want to select your Facebook page over here, and you want to scroll down, ignore the dynamic creative and catalog for now. So over here, you have your audience. Okay. Now, this is super, super important, because who you're targeting is very important, because if you target males who are into construction, chances are 90% of the time, they probably won't become your client, right? So with the audience, you have to kind of like select the right location, the right age, the right gender, the right people you want to target. So this portion over here allows you to select who you want to target.
Okay. It's also interesting, because last time I tried to run Facebook ad myself, and when I ran this because I'm located in Taiwan, actually only the people from Philippines were responding to my campaign, which is very, very weird. The people who are in Taiwan and who are the Philippines, they were seeing my ad. So I really want to hear.
Understand.
Yeah, to understand why.
So I don't know what it's like in China, because I know that they use WeChat a lot. I don't know if Facebook is allowed in that specific area. But so to answer your question, I think where you went wrong with the ad slash is the location. Okay, so let's start with the location over here. You can click edit. So let's say you live in what's a good place in.
But let's do USA, and let's do, I think, United States.
Let's say you live in like the United States, right? Like, if you're a brow artist and you target United States, like, that is actually really bad, because you don't want to target all of the United States. You want to target in a specific area, in a specific location. Because think about it like this. Let's say you live in Miami, Florida, and we're running an ad for all of United States. Chances are Connecticut aren't going to come to Miami to get their brows done.
Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to this, I think where you went wrong, Slash, is you need to be very specific with the location.
Even just target maybe just the city exactly. you're in.
What you do is you click Miami, Florida instead of the United States. Now, if you look at it, right, we're targeting only Miami in comparison to the whole entire United States over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you zoom in over to Miami, sorry about that. So if you zoom over to Miami, let's say some artists some clients want to get their brows done, and they don't mind traveling like an hour away. So when it comes to the location, you're allowed to like select how big the circle is. So if you want to reach people in Coral Springs, you can basically like
increase,
up, like, exactly, like 35 miles. And notice how that circle gets bigger. Say you went 50. right? Notice how that's, and let's say you want to even get more specific. You can target like 15 miles, right? You can target 10 miles, right? So when it comes to the location, it's super, super important because if your location is not specific and you target, let's say, the whole entire United States, you're not going to get clients, right? So slash where I think you went wrong is instead of targeting like Taiwan, you targeted the Philippines. So you need to be very specific with where you target. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first part. And then the second part is the age. Okay. Now you need to think about what your ideal demographic is. Okay. So when it comes to PMU artists, from my experience, um, when it comes to clientele, a lot of PMU artists hate working with older clients because their skin is very sensitive, right? And some of them might want to do ombre brows instead of microblading because they're just way too, you just can't do it. So when it comes to the age, you want to basically like select an age for your ideal clientele.
Yeah. I
So
guess, yeah, 29, maybe 25.
so whatever exactly it is. So typically for my range, I with my clients, they like 25 to 45 is kind of the range. 25 to 45, or let's say even 25 to 40, right? Because that's where a lot of the younger, people are, and that's kind of where like people want to get their brows done, right? It's typically okay. So I like to target 25 to 40. And then when it comes to the genders, um, I typically notice that like when I target men, like my ad costs like shoot up. So like I stick to just right because
Yeah.
90% of clients are women. Okay,
Unless
and then
unless it's a special Instagram page for the men eyebrows only, I guess. It's better to just have it maybe separate, even this way can attract more male and just rent for male only, I guess.
right, but for 95% of artists here, well, let's say 99%, most of them are
Yeah.
working on female, right? Like
Yeah.
majority females,
Yeah.
majority females, yeah. So I just put the woman.
Yeah.
And then this is really important who too is the detail targeting. So what is your ideal clientele? Like who do you want to target? Like what is your ideal clientele into? Okay. So for example, slash, give me an example. Like what is your ideal clientele? What is he or she like typically?
Like, I guess makeup,
So
makeup,
makeup. So
nails maybe.
whatever your ideal clientele likes, you basically can select the interests over here. Okay. So let's say they like beauty makeup,
Yeah. Makeup
right?
tutorials probably.
Makeup tutorials. So on the top right hand corner, you'll see the potential reach. So these are the amount of people that you're reaching.
And again,
Um,
that does it mean if once we enter this interest, does it mean anyone else will not be included? So only the people who are interested in makeup will be reached, or does it mean everybody
Anybody who has the interest of beauty makeup
will be
and makeup
reached?
tutorials will be reached. Correct.
Okay.
So the more narrow you get, um, the better it is. Like typically when it comes to the potential reach, I'd say like 100,000, or let's say like depending on where you live, like it could be like I want to give it a ballpark 60,000 to a couple 100,000 is ideally what you want, depending on where you live.
Okay.
Right. So let's say they're into beauty makeup and makeup tutorials, for example. So basically, who you're going to be targeting is people in Miami, Florida, 10 miles in. So whoever lived in here, 25 to 40-year-olds, women, um, women that are into beauty makeup and makeup tutorials. This is the exact people that we're going to target. So when it comes to the interests, my biggest thing is like like experiments. I know for some of you like you might spend a couple $100 testing out what works, what doesn't work. For me, like I've already tested like a bunch of audiences and who would be fit and who wouldn't be fit, but it's up to you artists to kind of test it out and stuff like that. So let's just say, for example, we're going to be targeting 25 to 40. woman who was into beauty, makeup, and makeup stores. Okay, that live in Miami, Florida. So essentially, what we do here is we click on all languages. Now, you don't want to target people who speak, like, let's say, like, you don't speak Chinese. Let's say you're targeting people who speak Chinese, like people that speak all languages. What you're going to run into is, you can't speak Chinese, and you're going to have people in Chinese inquiring, right? So when it comes to language, it's really important. So what I like to do is just put English, because 90% of you in this group, or whatever the percentage is, most of you guys do speak English, right? So when it comes to the languages, just select the language
Yeah,
that you speak and that most people
and I have a question. So once we select the language, for instance, if I select in my Taiwan, I select Chinese, Mandarin, it means only the Mandarin will be targeted. No English speaking will be
Yes.
targeted. Okay.
So if you want to target Mandarin, you just put Mandarin too. Like the
Traditional,
you live in
okay.
Taiwan, right?
Mm.
So you got it. So let's say like you want to target traditional Chinese Taiwan, then you just click this.
Okay.
If you want English as well, then you type in English. So these are the people they're going to target.
Okay.
English as well as traditional Chinese Taiwan. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then when it comes to detailed targeting expansion, it depends. I just like to put, like, if you're brand new, just put this on. But it basically reach people beyond your targeting selections when it's likely to improve. So you got to test it. Facebook's really about testing, but for your sake, just click on this. Okay. And then placements. So this is really important as well. Where you place your ad matters. Okay. So there's a bunch of different places that your ads basically gets placed. Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed, marketplace, explore, stories, Instagram stories, in-stream videos, search results, in article. There's a bunch of different things. So since you guys did buy this course, I'll give you a bit of an insider of what you should be of what you should do. When it comes to selecting the placement, what I personally recommend is Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed, marketplace, Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and that's it. If you're a PMU artist, I've tested most things. This is what I've found that's super effective: is the news feeds, the marketplace, and the stories. Now, when it comes to stories, Instagram stories right now are actually vastly underpriced. But like, for the most part, these are the placements that I find very, very effective. So if you're planning to run a campaign, run it for these. Okay, newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed, Facebook marketplace, Facebook stories, Instagram stories. Now, that's not saying you can't test. Like, you can test and try out different things, but from my experience, these are the most effective. These are the most effective placements. Okay, so let's move on. Let's click continue. Okay, sorry, this is just some random thing here. So let's just say ombre brows. This is the ad name. I'll kind of like show you guys what the campaign ads and ad is in a bit. I'll kind of show you guys a little thing here.
Okay, so every section has its own name.
Yeah, I'll kind of show you guys like a diagram. I'll show you guys in a diagram in a bit. But like, so right now, typically I haven't added an Instagram page with this Facebook page over here, but typically you'll have an option to add it if you've connected it. This is really important as well. This is basically what picture you want for the app. Okay. Now, I won't get too much into this, but basically what you want to select is you want to select single image or video. And then what you want to do is you want to click edit image. So you want to change the image, and let's say I want to upload an image. Let's say I want the desktop. Let's say I want like a picture of. Let me see if I have some photos here.
But do you think like before and after pictures, which picture do you think is best to promote?
Yeah, so it really depends. I mean, like, you got to test out everything. Like, before and afters for me work really effectively, but the thing is, Facebook has its ad policy, so you could not get away with it, and Facebook might decline it
Oh
because
yes, it kept. I remember. Yes, it kept declining the before after. I wonder why.
yeah. So basically, the reason why it declines is it's just not like Facebook doesn't want to like make it seem like it's like a before and like if you read up the Facebook ad policies, it doesn't allow it, but it's weird because sometimes I've bypassed it, right? So let's say we want to just do this, for example. I just selected a random image, okay? So let's say we want to do right here Facebook, like to say we want to do a before and after
Mm.
picture, before and after picture, okay? This is like one of my clients' pictures or whatever. But anyways, so you select an image. I personally find that videos do really well, as well as before and afters do really well. Even carousels where you post multiple pictures do well as well. But it really depends on your area. It really depends on the quality of photo you have. It depends on the area you live. From my experience, but before and after in videos work really well. So this is a before and after here.
Yeah, I think like the quality is so important to make the picture pretty. It's like, yeah, it's crucial.
It's crucial, right? Because people are very visual. When you see an ad and it stands out, then you basically do that. Then you click on the ad, right? So it's very important to select a really good picture. So this is like a decent picture from one of my clients. It's all right, but like close up shots are good as well. But anyways, so
I just want to give also like everybody who's watching, just don't pick the pictures with the red eyebrows right after the procedure when the skin is red, eyebrows are red. It's really not pretty. So use anything to help to adjust the colors or anything you can do to make just it looks nice, and then you can do or a team to help you to promote the picture. Yeah.
exactly. So that's that. Okay, so make sure you're taking good quality pictures. So nextly, it's the primary text. Okay, so this is really important as well. How you write the ad is very important. Okay, so essentially what you want to do is you want to say, "Hello, ladies," for example, and let's just put like a heart face. Actually, let me actually. So basically, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys how to basically. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna show you guys like a screenshot
Mm-hmm.
that I've basically created that you guys should look into. Give me a quick second. Okay. So this is really important. Okay, so the ad copy is what's written on the ad, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you look over here, let me see if I can actually like turn this. Oh, bring this here. No, I'll take this over here. So like this thing that you see, the text that you see over here is the text over here. So this is really important, right? Like you need to be able to write copy that's convincing, and your ideal clientele would basically click on the ad. So it's very important to follow these steps. Okay. So number one, you need to call out your audience. So if you live in Miami, hey ladies, you need to call them out, because when they see the ad and they see, oh, they're calling me up, hey soccer moms, this is your targeting soccer moms. If they're saying, you say, hey soccer mom, soccer moms, they're more likely to be like, oh crap, like you're targeting me, right? So you need to call out your audience, and then what you need to do is you need to call out the pain, right? So, are you sick and tired of doing your brows every day?
Yeah, are you sick of your sparse eyebrows or something?
Yeah, are you sick and tired of doing your brows every day? So you need to have something that will resonate with them. Like if you're targeting soccer moms, if you're targeting, let's say, people who are into Kim Kardashian, like what is something that would appeal to them? So you need to call it the pain. Like why would they get brows done, right? You need to have something that will like speak to them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to have a worthy offer. So let's say saying, hey, my name is Slash, and I'm currently offering $100 off on microblading for the month of September, for example.
Yeah, give it some limit and some limited offer.
Okay, so I'll get to that in a second. So basically, you need something like a worthy offer in your text, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you do is you need a scarcity based action. So basically what that means is you need something that will like make it seem like you're very like needed and you're very wanted, right? So
Mm.
you can say limit. So my name is Selection. I'm currently offering $100 off on microblading for this month of September. We currently only have 5 spots left.
Mm.
And then what we do is we say click down below to claim your offer.
I feel like I already want to book. True. True. The
Yeah.
words really matter.
So the words definitely do matter. I mean, obviously this is not as good. I mean, this is just like standard. Like it's very very simple. You can copy this if you want, or you can create your own. But like what you need to do is you need to follow these steps. Okay, so you need a clear focused photo and you need a repeat worthy offer. So back to what Slush was saying earlier, you need a good and a clear photo because that's what's going to catch their eye, right? What's going to make them click is what you write in the text.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will actually send this over to you, Slush, in a bit, but you need to follow this structure of 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 the ad when it comes to writing the ad. So that's that. Let's get back to it. So basically, headline. So the headline over here is the bottom over here. You see this little thing. So just say $100 off microblading, or $100 off ombre brows.
Or like 100 off ending soon or something like this.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can do limited time offer, for example. And it will pop up over here.
Mm.
Okay. You can do whatever you want, but make sure you have something that's like what Slush said, that will build scarcity and something that's like an offer, basically. So this is perfect. $100 off ombre brows. And then what you do over here is you click you can click subscribe, you can click apply now, you can click book now. I typically like book now. For some of my clients, I like clicking apply now because like not everybody is going to be ready to get their brows done because they're pregnant or on Accutane or breastfeeding or so on and so forth. But for this, I just click book now. Okay, and then once you get down over here, this is basically like the lead form. So what you want to do is you want to click new form. Let's say you want to name the form name, I don't know, whatever you want to name it, $100 off ombre brows.
What is it the form? This is how is it different from what we did before? What we just wrote before?
So basically what's going to happen is you're going to see this ad over here. You're going to click book now. Once you click book now, this form is going to come up on the right over here.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So just say ombre brows, you click more volume, and then you basically can select a new image on here, or you can use the existing image. This will be at the back over here. And then let's just say you have $100 off ombre brow, for example, limited time offer. Okay. Now, when it comes to additional details, you can talk about ombre brows is not for people who are currently breastfeeding or on Accutane. How do you spell it?
Yeah.
You can basically, it's basically a description. You just talk about like who this is not for or why this is for you.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
or we can do something like why it's good for you, maybe even why it's good for you.
Or you can even talk about the pros, like be like, oh, like this is beautiful and this is amazing for you. Like you can test it out, but from my experience, when you talk about who this is not for or whatever, or not for, like who qualifies, then people are less like, because like think about it like this, because if people click on this form and they fill it out and they're not qualified, they're on Accutane or breastfeeding, right? Mm-hmm. That's not something you want to convert. So like this allows you to kind of like open those people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Clear.
So for example, you can do this, and then you can click claim this offer, please fill out the next steps or whatever, for example. Okay. And the questions, you can basically add custom questions, like, let's say, are you currently breastfeeding?
Does these questions, they will also appear on Instagram, or this is only for Facebook?
Yeah, so when it comes to with this, it'd be on Facebook.
Okay, so with Instagram, it will be simpler version.
Yeah, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be something very similar. I don't exactly know the exact, like, I can show you a screenshot of the layout in a bit, but like this is specifically for Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. So basically what you do is you ask questions like, are you currently breastfeeding, whatever it is. This is, it'll basically ask you questions, whatever, and then let people know how the information, just say this information will not be shared with anybody. Or this information will not be shared under any circumstances, for example. Okay. And then what you do is you want their full name, their phone number, as well as their email. You can basically just that. So they're going to fill out their full name, email, whatever. And then what you want to do is you want to click the privacy. That's basically just put in, let's say, your website or your Instagram handle, the link to your Instagram handle. And then what you want to do is you want to click completion and say, thanks, you're all set. We'll contact you soon, or in an hour. We'll contact you in an hour. So at the bottom here, description, for faster response and to claim your offer immediately, call 506-312-43982. Okay, and then I'll call business. And then you can like put the number here, 506-312-432. And then over here, it's the call to action text. So you click call now.
I see.
And both
So that looks complicated. It's true.
But it's super simple. You just it'll prompt, like, you just basically click like.
Yeah, you just have to follow the steps and everything.
You just have to follow the steps. Like, it'll prompt you to type like your headline. It'll prompt you to type the description, the questions. You can ask questions. You know, the completion. You can basically write your own description, your own headline, and yeah. So it's super simple. Very simple. And then what you do is you click publish.
Okay.
So then this is what's going to show up. So they're going to click here. They're going to click next. This is going to show up. Full name, phone number, email, privacy policy. And then it's going to say, thanks, you're all set. We'll contact you now.
Okay. Yeah, looks nice.
So super fairly simple. Ads must not contain content that is searched. So yeah, this might not go through because it's a before and after picture, but for this sake, we'll just click confirm. So we click confirm. Oh, Facebook might not allow it. So we click confirm and see so it doesn't go through, but it's because the picture is a before and after. So we need another image. So let's just use another image. Let's just use this, for example. This is a bad picture. Don't use this picture. Make sure the picture actually like is bigger.
Yeah.
Don't use this picture, but this is just an example. So what you do is you click confirm, and basically now that it's confirmed, will this not allow either? I think this might be a before and after picture as well. Yeah, so this doesn't pull up or doesn't show. Let's just use some random image that would work. Let's just use this. For example, just a random image just to make sure this goes through. So then what you do is you click confirm, and it is not going through. Why is this not going through?
This applies.
I think it's because of glitch. I think it might be because of a glitch.
Mm. But after they confirm this, do they have to do any additional steps after that?
Yeah, so I'll get to that in a second. I don't know why this is not going through. What you'll notice when you run Facebook ads, by the way, is that Facebook is super glitchy. Like,
Yeah, it's
it,
true.
there's so many issues that goes on with Facebook. It's actually like you'll get a bit frustrated a little bit. So I'm just gonna
Mm.
let you know beforehand. Facebook glitches a lot. This is an example of uh, of a glitch right here because there's no before and after. It doesn't violate any of the policies. Um, I don't know what the heck is going on with it, but for today's sake, let me refresh this really quickly, actually, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I'll just continue.
It doesn't lose everything we did,
It
right?
doesn't lose it because you can just continue to like it just gives me continue. So we click here. Let's hope it works. Pray. Does it work? Facebook, please, Facebook.
Uh,
No personal attributes policy.
text in your ad, maybe the text. I think. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. So when it says that, it could be the text as well. So this could be a bad thing, like the lead form. So what we need to do is we need to adjust this. So let's say with the questions, we take this out. Then we click publish, and then let's see what it says. It should be fine now. Personal attributes, text. Oh, text in your ad. Okay, so it might be the text in the ads. So this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. I think what might not be good is this over here. That might not be good. Publish this. And then let's click confirm. Does it work? No. Text in your ad references to your audience personal characteristics.
Maybe maybe hello, or try just to remove the old text from primary. Yeah, from primary text. See if it works.
You're sick and tired. My name is Slash. I'm currently off. No, it should be fine. The text should be fine. Here, how about this? Let's just try this. Let's just delete everything and see if it goes through, just for today's sake. Okay, it went through. Whatever. Okay, so now that it went through, so basically what you've noticed there is, I guess there's something wrong with the text or whatever. Like typically it should go through, and then once it goes through, you basically have your campaign pretty much ready.
So it's already okay. It's already in review, and after it.
Now it's in review. So typically it takes like 4 to 48 hours for the ad to be, for Facebook to start running the ad, and it'll say active over here. Okay. So yeah, so basically what just happened over there, that mess up, I think there's something to do with the text. The text should be fine because I basically run ads with basically over like 30 plus artists, whatever. That ad copy should be fine. But what you'll notice is depending on the account, Facebook has like different like standards for every account. This might be a newer account. Like I don't know how exactly the Facebook algorithm and AI works. But like it depends on the account because some accounts you can run before and after pictures, believe it or not. For my ad account, I've ran before. Basically have like 10 plus right now, 30 plus before and after pictures from my clients, but some accounts don't allow it. Like Facebook is very, very weird.
But are you able to, for instance, run these campaigns from your account leading to their account, so they don't have to use their new? How does it work? Can you?
Yeah. So like let's say you want me to run your campaigns for you. Basically like I can run it on your ad account or I can run it on my ad account. So
Okay.
let's say you don't have like the money up front and you just want to spend $5 a day. What will happen is you'll add me as an admin manager on your business Facebook page, or your ads manager, excuse me. And then what I'll do is I will run the ads on your page, or I can run it on my page if you can give me the money up front.
Okay, makes sense.
So I
Mm,
recommend to spend $5 a day to test. Once it's tested, I'd ramp it up to about $10 a day.
okay. Yay!
Yeah, yeah. So like that's basically how you run a Facebook campaign. Um, super straightforward, super simple. Sorry about the mess up earlier with the thing. The AI is very weird. It just varies from account to account, to be honest.
I
Um,
always I always remember it always has problems and you spend hours and hours just figuring this out why it doesn't go through. It's terrible. Yeah.
yeah, like you got to spend out like right there. Like if I didn't delete it, I probably would have had to spend an extra 10 minutes figuring out why it is. Facebook doesn't tell you it, which is so stupid. Um, and when you contact them, it takes them like 24 to 48 hours.
Mm.
Um, so like that issue right there, just then and there, it would have taken me like 10, 20 minutes. But for today's sake, I just kind of wanted to just get through it. Um, so yeah, that's that. I know it's very time consuming and it might sound very confusing to run ads. Um, and if you're stuck and you don't know what to do and you don't know how to run the ads, basically I'm here for you. I take
Basically, they can contact you anytime and just you help people to run their Facebook, Instagram ads. I lost. Sorry, I lost your. I
Oh,
lost your. Yeah, now I have.
figure it out.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, so basically, like, if you're like, you know what, Tim, this sounds way too complicated. I don't want to spend a couple $100 testing out these ads to see if they work or not. I don't want to do any of this stuff. It sounds too complicated. Um, it's just way too complicated. I don't want to deal with this stuff. Tim, you can do it. That's where I come to play. So if you don't want to do it, what I can do for you is I can basically run your Facebook and Instagram ads for you. And since you are in this group, I will give you guys a special discount
Yes.
for UPMU artists specifically in this group. So
Great.
then you guys don't have to, do all this because like from my experience, a lot of PMU artists, and the reason why they hire me is because like this stuff gets very overwhelming. You got to continuously every day adjust pictures, adjust videos, right? You got to spend time testing out different ads. It could be very overwhelming, especially when you're working, 10-hour days, working on 2 to 3 clients a day. It could get very confusing and stuff like that. So that's where I come to play. I kind of take care of this all for you.
Yeah. Definitely. And if you do want to get clients, it you need to invest and you need to do the work. You need to let other professional people to help you with, especially with this technical stuff. For me,
Exactly.
yeah.
So like, think about it like this, right? Like you're a business owner, right? Like you're not just an artist, you're a business owner, right? What's really important is getting clients. Like if you don't get clients, you can't run a successful business, right? So like when it comes to the clients, you need to be able to market yourself. Now, most artists work through word of mouth, right? But like I tell a lot of artists, like if you invest in, say, me, for example, I could get you fully booked out in a month, 2 months in advance, right? If you give me the right amount of ad spend that goes towards Facebook and Instagram, I can get you booked out. And then from then on, what ends up happening is, I get you those clients refer you to more clients, and it's kind of like a snowball effect. And then you basically eventually work off of word of mouth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So like it's very important to, invest in your business because like you need clients, and how you get clients is by running ads. And if you don't get clients and you don't run ads,
I
then you won't run a
I
successful business.
actually that's the same for me. When I started out, I paid to another person to run the ads for me. Once you get the clients, once you have some base, then it just gets easier because they will introduce their friends of friends. Yeah, so definitely.
It's super
Just
important because your marketing is going to dictate like who comes in, and who comes in is going to dictate the money, and the money's very important, right? Like you need to be able to in order to run a successful business, you need clients. In order to get clients, you need to run ads or word of mouth, and then in order to do that, you need to invest money.
yeah. yeah, I guess we finished for this
Yeah.
tutorial, I would say.
By the way, this is my first time recording something like this. So like, I don't know if I was being a bit shaky or like it's
No, you did
perfect.
good.
But yeah, it's my first time recording this. I don't really record
And
loudly.
I think everybody, it was very useful, and everybody who wants to, like, they can review this video, they can try to do this on their own, they can look all the details we did today. I think yeah, it's really, really useful even for myself to see this.
100%, 100%. Like you can
Yeah.
definitely take this, you know, take what I told you, learn it yourself or whatever if you want to spend the time doing it. It's a very valuable skill. But if you don't want to do it, whatever, just let me know, and then I'll give you a special discount because you're on this.
Yeah, great. Sounds good. Okay.
Awesome.